Great job, Maddie. All right, we've got another group coming up. We've got Chris Cooper, Kirk Lamoth, and Taj Barndow. Did I say that right? I'm a New Orleans girl. I can knock out bourgeois and boudreaux out of the park, but those are tough ones. They're all juniors at Warren Easton Charter High School, and all three members of this team share an interest in computer science and plan to pursue college degrees in the field. They feel they have great futures in front of them, and we agree, which hopefully will include careers in programming, music, and gaming industries. Let's give it up for Chris, Kirk, and Taj. It's Shock Force Glass. Did I get it right? All right, good luck.
How you guys doing? All right, I'm Taj Varnado.
I'm Kirk Lamar Jr.
I'm Christopher Cooper.
And we represent
Shock Force Glass.
Okay, you guys. What Shock Force Glass is a mixture between the chemical polyethylene and glass, which gives us an unbreakable glass. And what polyethylene is, it's a chemical found in aquariums. You know that little room in an aquarium where the glass kind of bends and you're surrounded by sea creatures? Well, that chemical is called polyethylene, and it is melted down and fused with glass to create a pressure-resistant screen. And we intend on incorporating that into home windows, car windows, anything with a glass or a screen. And our vision for that is you're driving in your vehicle and another vehicle is in front of you, and those little rocks or gravel that shoots up at your windows and causes those little stars or fractures, well, we intend on preventing you from spending hundreds of dollars on repairs and preventing hazards. That's what Shock Force Glass is all about. Thank you.
Can I ask you guys a quick question? I want to get the audience involved. By a quick show of hands, who here has seen a case on their smartphone or a cracked screen? Wow. Okay, did you guys know that having a case on your phone is actually bad for your phone in the long run? Because the phone, by the battery heating up, by you guys using it and charging it, generates a lot of heat, and having that rubber case or whatever kind of case you have on it retains that heat. Therefore, your phone has no way to release that heat. That will soon cause your Wi-Fi chip to malfunction, or your antenna chip to malfunction, or even your battery to possibly malfunction also. A cracked screen also, by having a cracked screen to your face, the radiation from the LCD or the leakage from the LCD can cause long-term skin cancer. So that's what Shock Force Glass is trying to prevent.
And with Shock Force Glass, we have three principles that we keep around our business: innovation, practicality, and longevity. What practicality is basically how often you see it. Since it's in the future, how everything futuristic is going to have some type of glass with it, and phones, cars, everything has glass, that's why you're going to see it a lot. And that's what practicality comes into. If you have Shock Force Glass with all the products and objects you use with glass, you guarantee protection and safety. That rolls into longevity. Just like my colleague Kirk said, that basically, which case, it doesn't really help. In the long run, it damages it, and you don't want to go to the store every once in a year or sometimes every month just to get a new phone or new case or screen that really doesn't help. So that's what longevity and Shock Force Glass work together. And with innovation, right now, there's only one company in the market that could be our rival in the market. And since the U.S. government and economy runs on competition, when you add two companies, that gives the consumers variety, and which drives our market. So basically, with Shock Force Glass, you have innovation, and anyone who endorses us will have a lucrative business under their hand.
And what else I would like to add is our new perk we recently added to Shock Force Glass. It's a magnification to the screen resolution for viewers with poor eyesight. So the vision for that is you're scrolling on web and you're looking for information and the words appear to be small. Well, with Shock Force Glass, new magnification to the screen, you no longer have to strain your eyes. So, thank
you. So why aren't companies like Apple and Samsung already using
Alrighty.
products like this?
Okay, well, over our course of weeks with the Junior Ideal, we learned that true business is actually caring for your consumers, and companies like Apple are interested in really kind of the money. So here's the plan for Apple. You have your iPhone, you drop your phone, you crack your screen, and you're gonna run to the Apple store to get it repaired, and that brings in more revenue for them. And with Shock Force Glass, we really focus on the consumer, and we like to save money and prevent hazard. So thanks.
So that leads me to another question. Are you selling, would this be something that I would buy aftermarket for my phone? Or would you be trying to eventually sell directly to those companies that are producing the product?
From the beginning, when we're building up our foundation, we intend on actually having our own business, and we intend on spreading out to businesses in the future. Yeah.
Great, thanks.
So first of all, the three of you are way smarter than I am. Y'all very impressed. I also was wondering how the product gets applied. Do you have to cut a deal with manufacturers, or is it an aftermarket application where you could take my phone with a broken glass and replace it with Shock Force? So that was one question. And then the other is, have y'all had any opportunity to play with the material and test it? I know you said the sensitivity is great and all that, so just some further detail on that.
Well, to answer your question, we plan to have this in a small business for now until we get ourselves off the ground. So it will be made to order, and the prices will change upon how big the device is you're trying to fit it to. And I have actually had some experience with the material. It's very easy to melt down. It's very easy to work with, and we're going to bind that with the glass on a molecular level. That way, the resolution and the sensitivity will not be affected.
Thank you. I had similar questions, and just as a follow-up, because mine was mostly around, is this technically feasible? Is this a product, as you mentioned, that's already currently in the market, but through other applications like aquariums, or?
Well, basically, there's only one market, and that company is not really with everything. They're just on windows. We're going with car windows, glasses, devices, phones, houses, everything. That company is just with one thing. But like you said, practicality, we're everywhere. We're going to go with the people, go what they need, and go where we think is going to happen to the glass.
Thank you.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Yeah, to echo what Robbie said, you guys are way smarter than I don't even know if I might have still been playing cowboys and Indians at your at your age. Who do you see marketing this product for you?
Well, we see marketing this pretty much anybody who uses glass to just pretty much anybody who uses glass in general, like Apple, Android, Samsung, LG, Vizio, anyone who uses a screen-based electronic, or people like Buy Smart Windows, Chevrolet, anybody who uses glass. This is going to be worldwide. It's very practical. Everybody needs this, so it's going to be a very practical idea.
And we look at it like this. You spend hundreds of dollars going to the local repair shop to get your phone fixed when you can just pay for Shock Force Glass one time and don't ever have to worry about repairing your phone again. So that's kind of the main thing about Shock Force Glass. Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Awesome job. All right, well, it's time for our judges to go off and deliberate. You guys have a tough job. I'm glad I get to do this job. As the judges deliberate, they wanted me to kind of share a little bit about the Flirty Girl story. So if you guys have any questions, I'll also open up the floor for that. But as Jack had mentioned earlier, I started Flirty Girl with my $2,000 tax refund check, which was all the money I had at the time. I was a single mom, 3 kids, no time, no money. But I really wanted to start a business that had T-shirts for women, which I'm currently not wearing one because, I don't know, I had the crawfish boil last night, and I just needed something a little flowy. But anyway, I created a website with shirts for women, and graphics were higher up, V-necks, just really cool fits and cute designs. And I sold out of all of my T-shirts in the first 30 days. And so I had to take that $2,000 and print $4,000 to be able to keep up with the demand for my shirts. So I put all the money back into it. And 6 months after starting Flirty Girl and coming up with the idea, I opened my first store on Oak Street. And it was kind of challenging to do that because, I had 3 kids, and pretty much my entire paycheck went to pay for our life, our living. And so I needed to be able to open a store and not pay any more than I was currently paying for my mortgage. So I put all 3 of my kids into 1 bedroom. And everybody said I was crazy. My parents, my grandparents, my friends, my ex-husband who could not understand why I would want to take 3 kids who had their own room in a big house and cram them into one room. But it was the key is it was something that I believed in. And I actually applied for the Idea Village when I first got my business started, and I was rejected. Yep. And it was really hard, and I thought to myself, you know, maybe this isn't a good idea. Or maybe if you're here today and you think your idea is awesome and there's no way you can lose, sometimes it can happen and it's really hard. And I remember thinking to myself, you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the Idea Village doesn't think that my idea is one that they want to select for their program. I'm going to go for it anyway. And I'm glad that I did. Now the Idea Village, Tim Williamson calls me the girl that got away. And I'm on their Ivy League, their Idea Village Entrepreneurial League, as one of the top entrepreneurs. So it really is kind of nice to kind of like go back to prom and be like, hey, you told me no, but look at me now. We're all friends. I know, and I'm here, and I actually did the shirts for New Orleans Entrepreneur Week. So we've done the shirts for this week for the past 4 years. So the truth in that story, what I want you to get out of it is, no matter what happens today, whether you're first place or last place or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's still your idea, and you can still take it and run. And sometimes that's the best feeling, when you get to tell your ex-husband that, yeah, I know, you told me I was crazy, but look at me now, you know? And also for your mom and dad who are like, I can't believe you're gonna quit a good job to go sell t-shirts in New Orleans. I've been to Bourbon Street, there's t-shirts everywhere. And now my mom and dad both work for me. So always trust your crazy ideas. And don't let anybody tell you that they're not good, because if you really believe in them, it doesn't matter where you fall here in today's competition, you still can take it and run with it. And sometimes it's even sweeter. So, well, that's my story, and I wanted to kind of share that little tidbit with you guys. I also wanted to open up the floor for any advice. I've got a brain full of ideas and advice, and I'm willing to share if you have any questions about social media or marketing or business or life in New Orleans, places to eat for dinner. I mean, I'm really good at that too. Yes?
Where do you get all your ideas from for all your different shirts? Because I have probably a closet full of your shirts. And I'm just wondering, like, every time I go in there, I've got my little punch card and I'm about to get my free shirt. And
You're a hardcore Flirty Girl fan.
I'm just curious, where do you make up the ideas? Do you have a group of people who give you ideas? Or?
I'm always coming up with ideas for shirts, and we're fortunate to live in a city where there's never a shortage for content. I mean, I remember when Sean Payton got suspended, I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm making shirts that say Free Payton. And we sold more of that shirt than any other shirt in the history of the company. So it just kind of is looking at timing, being clever, being witty, and being funny. And sometimes customers will come up with shirts, and those are also great too, because that's what they want. But it's challenging because you want to keep coming up with new stuff. I have shirts for Mardi Gras that say neutral ground side and sidewalk side. And those are like, have become classic Mardi Gras t-shirts where it's like, I don't need to reinvent the wheel on that one. Like the entire family will come in, and like even the newborn baby's wearing a neutral ground side, all the way to the pawpaw of the family is wearing one too. So you never know what's gonna hit, but we always have stuff going on. And there are certain, you know, political topics that I come up with ideas for, but I try to stay positive and not kind of go there. But it's hard sometimes, so I let Dirty Coast have all those. I can't touch those. Yes.
When did you realize, like, because I'm a mom of a child that's pursuing the fashion, and sometimes my house was covered with shorts and material. When did you feel confident enough to be prepared to say, okay, I need to leave this out of my house because, you know, was it scary to take that leap, or when did you know it was time to get an employee or, you know, get
Yeah.
your own space?
When did I know it was time to get my own space? Well, I started out in like doing everything in my house, and then I found that house on Oak Street that I could turn into a shop in the front. I still have t-shirts at my house. I still have a box of t-shirts in my car, like it's always there. I think when all the Houdat stuff happened for me, I got sued by the NFL, and they later apologized, and it was this big crazy mess. But anyway, it sort of really helped the business. I know, just a little bit. I think it was around that time when the demand was so crazy, and I had like Good Morning America coming and a line around the corner, and David Vitters trying to get me to sell his shirt. I was just like, okay, I've got to hire people to help me. So I tried to do it by myself as long as I could. I guess it's just a natural feeling when you know that you just will do better if you hire it out. But you'll always have shorts around your house, probably. If she really does pursue this, it's going to be there.
People
Yeah, I do. I try to share my story as much as possible, especially with young people, because you don't have to have tons of money and tons of time. You just have to have an idea and just to be willing to bootstrap and go for it. And I think sometimes that's all it takes. But some people may think they need venture capital and hundreds of thousands of dollars to start something. But you can start with what you have and make it work. My kids have been with me. I mean, I've got one of them here with me today. They all know how to fold T-shirts, so it's kind of part of the territory. But they've seen it kind of grow. Yes. How did I first sell T-shirts? It was online, and I just started through Facebook. I didn't do any advertising. I started a Facebook page when I had the idea, and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna start sharing this story. Like, here I am, a single mom of 3 kids, and I'm about to take all the extra money that I have and print a bunch of T-shirts. I probably looked crazy. I mean, I could have paid the mortgage ahead, or we could have gone on vacation, because we really couldn't afford to do those things. So I just started the Facebook page and built the website and sold through there. And people, I think, just followed the story. And they're like, look at this girl. Look what she's doing, trying to, make money selling T-shirts. And they just really liked them. And no one was really making T-shirts specifically really for women. Oh, how to know where to go to get product? I mean, Google helps a lot, to kind of figure it out. And then whatever T-shirts that I liked, I would check the tag and, contact those vendors. Yes.
Congratulations for such a success story.
Thank you.
How did you get the name?
The name. I knew I wanted something about New Orleans, and I wanted something sort of feminine, and the name just kind of came to me. I feel kind of bad to say I was drinking a beat-up Purple Haze on my patio. I'm not advocating drinking at all. Ugh, I'm going to get talked about so badly now. But anyway, that was the moment. I'd put my kids to bed, and I'd been stewing on a name, and I guess it was that part of the day when, things just kind of calmed down a little bit, and it came to me. And I went straight to my laptop, and I got the domain name, and I went to the Secretary of State's office the next day and started, formed the LLC. So I don't know, I just knew it was right. And it's sort of become, the fleur-de-lis term has sort of become quite ubiquitous here, but I think it works, I wanted something that would, kind of encompass that flirty girl. So, is that it? Yes. I'm freezing up here. I'm sorry I know, I'm not nervous and fidgety. I'm just trying to stay warm.
What mistakes have you made? What did you learn from this?
Oh my goodness. I think sometimes I think I've made mistakes and they end up being okay. You learn from them. I remember once, we're really active on social media and we have quite a presence on Twitter and Facebook. And remember when Drew Brees, that we were trying to get him to re-sign and he hadn't signed, and every day was like a month. It's like, come on, we got to sign Drew. Well, one of the girls on the staff had claimed she had this in, and she knew that he had just been signed. So we tweeted it out, and it wasn't true. And Twitter exploded, and all these newspapers, reporters were tweeting to us, wanting to know how we got it. My cell phone was ringing, and it was just so embarrassing. But it's we're just a T-shirt shop. Really, you can't.